Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, that is... Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So, we're going live here, and this is Steroid Dad at Peak Steroid. I'm just trying to turn the volume off there, and yeah, that's all good. So, coming out live from Maurieos here in New Zealand. Had another wonderful day, and we yeah, coming out there. So I was going to, as usual, do a little bit of a review of my week and see how that all pans out. Meantime, if we've got anyone out there viewing and looking, that's all awesome. So come in on the chat, and I'm working on Google Hangout. So if you want to join me on the Hangout, by all means, come on in and let me know, and I'll send you a link if you want, and we'll see how that goes. It'll be a bit experimental, but there. And works hard for my kids. Hey, good to see you. How's it going? I'm catching up a little bit with your vlog, but I've got a little bit of catching up to do, I'm afraid. But how's the challenge going for the 10K before the end of the year, I think, or 8K plus? An admirable challenge. I wish I could have the fortitude to go ahead with something like that myself, but I find too many things to throw my money away on. So it's been and good to have you on board too. Such a great supporter of my channel. And yes. Oh, that's good. That's great to hear. That's awesome. So you're on track or a little bit ahead. That's really good. Good to know. It takes a lot of discipline to do that. My wife looks after the money. I don't even, sometimes I have to go to work and look up and find out how much I've been paid, because I don't know. She just tells me when I've run out, and sometimes I have to ask for a little more. You're ahead of the game. Oh, well, that's great. Yeah, can't complain about that. Well done. You must be very disciplined. I don't know how you do it. That's great. So if you want to do the old Hangout thing, by all means, let me know, and I can send you try and send you an email link and maybe get you on board. But otherwise, if you're quite happy with the chat, that's not a problem. Tell us a little bit about your challenge, how you do it. What else you got on? Yeah. Time here is 12 minutes past midnight. So it's Sunday morning. I'm in your future. I know it must, I don't know what time it is where you are. I imagine it's quite early, Saturday morning, perhaps. I've had my Saturday. I'm into Sunday now. Not quite sure. I know you'll be a fair way behind. I was quite surprised when you said there, but yeah. Well, what time is it at your place? Yeah, so we're today I've been out. I've been quite busy. It's my week where I go up to the hospital for an infusion. So I got up early and went up there and had a wee sleep up there while they filled me up. Oh, 6 a.m. Saturday. Woo! Well, that's yeah. I was up at 6 just this day. All right. You got a big day planned with the kids, or have you? Yeah. Are they still sleeping? I think they're probably of the sleep in rather than the get up at 5 in the morning type from what I've seen of the videos. Yeah, all good. Yeah, so I've been up. I got back from the hospital, and I decided that I hadn't done much lawn mowing this week, so I've been out and just mowed some, just about finished mowing the lawns. Actually, I had a few goes there, did a little bit, and then came in and did some work, and went out and did a little bit more. So it's been a lovely day here. Beautiful. Parts of the day there wasn't a cloud in the sky, and the temperature wasn't too hot. It was just a nice day to be outside. Oh, okay, one is up. Oh, well, that's good. Cooking you breakfast, or you live in hope? Yeah. So I went up to mow the lawns, and then I've got a couple of students working on some projects. We were looking at some road intersections. They're a little bit unsafe. People are driving through them and without looking. So I went and did a little bit of video of those to see what we could do to solve that problem. And then along the way, I went past a lovely little lake, which I've just posted in my vlog, called Lake D. So yeah, pretty good day. And then I came home and actually mowed a little bit more lawn, just on dark. It was it was lovely, nice, quiet. Well, apart from my lawnmower, and just the temperature was nice and just lovely. And then I'd bought myself an ice cream and a little bar of chocolate, and so I sat down and had those, and yeah, that was good. I've got a couple of guys coming through answering. I've got Moz. I've got Moz and WT answering the question on the vlog today. And I've got to go and look it up because they've both given me different answers. So I'm trying to work out which one's which, who's got it right. So that's going to be a bit of fun. Yeah. Oh, just a little bar of chocolate and the ice cream we have. I don't know. They're called a Magnum. Just a very creamy ice cream with a chocolate coating. They're my go-to ice cream. They're very nice. I don't know whether they might be just a New Zealand or New Zealand and Australia thing, but yeah, nice ice cream, and yeah, little bar of Cadbury's chocolate it is that I like. I only get the little bars because if I get a big one, I eat the lot, and I'm trying to trying to reduce my my footprint on the earth at the moment. Not very successfully. Yeah. So have you? Okay. Oh, is that the Cadbury's or the Magnum? I think they're made. Oh, the Cadbury's. I got the Cadbury's chocolate. I got two of them, so I had one just a moment ago. That's the Cadbury's milk chocolate that we have, the purple, and the Magnum. I've actually got rid of my rubbish on that. I think they're made by Streets. I'm not sure. They're very nice. Yeah, very nice creamy ice cream. But yeah, we're big on ice cream in New Zealand. We have quite a lot, a bit different to what I see in the movies. We tend to have 1 litre tubs. Oh, both. Oh, okay. Oh well, perhaps we're not so different after all. How's your coupon? I don't know. I don't quite I don't think we have that to the same extent over here as you guys do. And mostly we just get little ones in the post that are of a special, like a special type thing. So, and you go and buy them, but you seem to have quite big discounts and free stuff as well. I don't think we haven't seen too much free stuff around. Yeah, it's still it seems to save a lot of money from what I can see, so it's well worth the research and the effort. So that's good. Have you sorted out those neighbours? It sounds. We all have slightly different neighbours. We've had been in the house that we're in for been here for 35 years now, and we've had a variety of neighbours come through, and yeah, it's always been interesting. Oh yes, we have those over here too. Yeah. I don't know that if we, perhaps we do have. I don't know if we have any shops where they're both sold together, because that could be quite confusing. I know there was a comedian a few years ago, an Australian comedian, I think, and because I think in New Zealand we have a brand of condoms called Durex, but in Australia they have a brand of sellotape called Durex or something. It was a very funny little comedy Oh, they've moved on. Oh, that's good. How much of your money have they? Is that why you're ahead with the challenge? you save. You're not giving much away to the neighbours. Oh, that's probably best for both by the sound of it. So, as the new neighbours moved in, or something like that are taken over, or what have you. Over here at the moment, we're having a huge, there's a housing crisis apparently, and rental crisis. People can't find rentals and things like that. So it's been quite interesting on that housing front over here, but I don't know. Don't hear too much about that from over your way, but hopefully you'll get better neighbours, or you could always suggest someone to the landlord that will be suitable. That's great. All right, and so yeah, and then last weekend, I don't know if you've been following my vlogs, but I do all sorts of things. I was out at the peat mine, doing a bit of work out there. Yeah, I was wondering that. Yeah, I suppose you have to be quite specific as to whether you when you want an ice cream. Yeah, it's a funny old world, the naming of things and stuff like that. Hey, WT. Yeah. Good to see you. As I was saying, if you want to join via the hang up, I can send you the link if you like and do that live. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm quite happy to send a link to the Hangout if anyone wants to pop in, WT. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Oh, well, that will be, I can see a couple of little vlog topics coming up there with new neighbours, and have to keep us posted. Hopefully, you'll get someone that's a little more sociable, shall we say. What have you been up to today, WT? Oh, how did the trip from the guy with the trike, did that all go well? They turned up and did everything they were expected to do. That was last weekend. Yeah. So I've went out to the peat mine last weekend myself. So had a bit of fun out there. It's always interesting times. I went out there once. The peat's quite flammable, and must have been I was getting a lot of peat. Oh, okay, no trike. I got a lot of peat stuck behind the exhaust pipe that caught fire. Got back to the thing, and my car was on, well, smoking. Anyway, it took me a little while to work out what was going on, but we got it sorted. Yeah. Been out there, really interesting place. They're rehabilitating it so that it'll come right back to like a wetland, like it was before they started, but just a little bit lower. And then the peat will build up over time as the various components of it grow and stuff. So, yeah. You got anything? Oh, it's your Saturdays. What's the time over there? Oh, yeah. It's be about 10 o'clock over there for you. So, you had a good day, WT? Works hard's just about to start her Saturday. I'm assuming that she's not working. Not sure. Hopefully it's not a holiday, a relaxing day anyway. But, any big plans today, WT? Mine's done. Tomorrow I'm up at 6 in the morning, probably, or 6:30. If I decide to go to sleep, I've got a couple of I've got some tests to mark and a new test to write. Oh, okay, 33.9. Yeah, it's essentially, yeah. The guys were saying that it's where the peat mine is where the Waikato River used to flow through there. Okay, oh, that's good. Going out, taking the kids, I suppose. I hope, well, possibly. Well, just remember that challenge. I wonder if you'll have an ice cream when you go out. Works hard. I wonder if you'll have a Magnum. Now that someone sowed the seed in your mind. Yeah, where the mine is, it's only about 7 meters above sea level, and the Waikato River used to flow through there. You'll have to let me know. I reckon I'd get good odds on that. And they were saying that there's two distinct sort of aspects to it, where or trees, or lots of trees that lying down in the peat, and they go in different directions depending on which, on a tidal sort of possibility. So there's a lot of history in the peat there, and then the whole area around the Waikato is peat, and then that peat obviously gets overlain with various sediments and stuff to form the coal. But the guy that was I was talking to, he said, that's one of my favorite jokes. Works hard is I don't know, we used to, in the men's toilets when I was at university, they used to have condom machines, and you'd put 50 cents in and you'd get one out, and there's this classic bit of graffiti written on the machine, and it says, "Funniest chewing gum I ever tasted." But I don't know how that works with ice cream. Yeah. So yeah, but he was showing me that grabbed some of the peat and just compressed it, and it you can see it's carbonized. It's got quite a, not far away. Well, you could see how it could become coal pretty quickly. Yeah, no, he was showing me that there actually, and he reckons that some of it, when they dig it out wet and let it dry, it's quite close to coal. So obviously in the coal measures, it needs some quite thick, quite a thickness of peat, and then it gets compressed with some sediment over the top to form the coal measures, which, well, some of them over here are meters thick. Obviously, you can walk and drive through the seam. And some of the, hey, Headhood 42. Yeah. No, I just been answering your Headhood 42. Yeah, I've just been answering your the question on one of the survey things there. Yeah. Don't hesitate to ask if you need any help with anything like that. I'm happy to. I help. Well, I've done huge numbers, but people have written in before and asked me questions, and I've done videos and helped them with it, both with maths and surveying and other things as well. So yeah, we're going pretty good. Yourself? Yeah. We've got another guy. I've got another guy that has got that 42 after his thing. Is that related to University of Auckland? Is it, or yeah? Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm yeah. Is that 42 related to the answer to everything, or is it a different, another reason? Oh, right. Yeah, we got Moz 42 as well. He's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy thing as well. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Oh, the 42 is something else, is it? It's not the answer to everything. Answer to every question. Oh, so you're at University of Auckland. Oh, engineering, civil. Yeah. I'm a tutor at Wintec in Hamilton, and I teach the surveying there, and CAD, civil and structural drawing, in those in those areas. So just based on what I know as a surveyor. So some of my more recent videos, I wear my Wintec shirt. So, well, good. Oh, that's awesome. So, what are you in first or second year, or third or fourth? Yeah. Hey, if you need any help, yeah, feel free. Give me an email or whatever. Yeah. WT. What are you? Third year. Oh, okay. Oh, good. What are you specializing in anything in particular, or oh yeah, like water and waste, or well, that's the ones we have here: structures, water and waste, and oh, what's the other one we do? I'm trying to think. Roading. Oh, structural. Ooh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's we're not that, we don't do a lot of that one, the structural one, but yeah, oh, there's a lot of work in that area. Should be good. Exciting. All righty. Oh, that's great. You yeah, out. All right. So what do you got planned for tomorrow, WT? Are you anything exciting? And have we got there? We got 4 viewers now. Oh, I'm one of them. So that's Works Hard WT and Hadhood 42 from Auckland, New Zealand. Well, good. You'll be able to knock up a few parking buildings or something up there, Hadhood. Sort out that congestion. Ah, okay. Is this for a mate or for your one? Okay. Hey, great to hear from you again. Works hard. Appreciate that. It's early times for you, and great to hear from you. Yeah, hope you have a great day, and yeah, you let me know about that ice cream. I I reckon you'll be tempted. But great to have you on board. Thank you very much, and thanks so much for your support. Really good. And good to hear that your challenge is going great as well. Awesome stuff. And we need another rant soon. I love those rants. Okay. Lawnmower. Right. Oh, what are you gonna? What sort of what are you going with this time? Not that 5. What is it? The 5 horsepower Honda or something? Yeah. Oh, okay. What's the reason for that? Is there any particular reason? Oh, 5.5. That'll be good. That'll be good. It's only like you just, oh, you got to take the blade off, I suppose, and then just bolt it in. Yeah. Ah, oh, that's awesome. Okay. I'm just going to go for an hour tonight, just so you know. So I'm just setting that up there now so that I oh, okay. Do you think the different motors make that much difference, or Yeah, I know it's pretty relatively. I have tried to do it once. I think I had a little bit of trouble trying to when I did the mowers. I think I had a little bit of trouble trying to get the blade height correct when I put that back on, but I think there was a bit of variation there. I forget how I did it, but yeah, it sort of worked. I think that was a long time ago. I was trying to do something a wee bit different. Alrighty. Got any big plans for tomorrow, Headhood, or are you studying? It's getting pretty start to get pretty intense 3 weeks in. I suppose you have a few assignments and things to do. Maybe. Were you all up to date? Yeah. Alrighty, so yeah, studying. Yeah. I'm just spending most of my weekend. Well, I've still got some marking to do. And then I've got a test, well, just a little quiz in the maths that we do. We have a weekly quiz each week, and I've got to get 5 questions ready for that for Tuesday. Then I've got to get it past the other tutors, get it moderated and stuff. So, yeah. It's pretty busy both ends of the equation as well. Are you studying washers? Yeah, and shims and stuff. Yeah. I got, yeah. Are you doing a survey paper or something? Oh, where have I worked? Yeah, I started off in I've been a land surveyor. Like, I started with the Lands and Survey Department, and I worked there for 8 to 10 years, and then I came up here. Actually, I was in Wellington. I was born in Wellington, and I came up here to work. Like, when I registered, like similar, I guess it's similar to engineering. Like, I did my degree at Otago, and I was sort of sponsored by the government department, Lands and Survey Department. And I'd been in, and then I did I actually took 3 years. 3 years to register as a surveyor and get my registration, or as it was then. It's different now. It's a licensed cadastral surveyor. But and then once I'd got that, I wanted to move away from my hometown, so I took a job up in the coal mines in Huntly, and I worked up there for about 8 years, and as a well, I was a surveyor, but sometimes they called me a mine planner and all sorts of things. And then in 1987, everything, the financial, the crash happened, or whatever. I forget what they call it now. In 1987 anyway, there was a big crash, and they offered everyone redundancy. They offered me a huge amount of money to go away. Well, I thought it was at the time. So I went and worked for a year as just a surveyor for a survey firm, and then I decided I went to training college for a year, and I don't know why, but anyway, I thought it would be a good lifestyle. And I went to training college for a year to do a Div C course, and I went secondary school teaching for about 10 years, really. And then I went back surveying for about 3 or 4 years. And then I started working for myself just as a freelance surveyor, really. I worked variously on my own projects, just mum and dad subdivisions, resource consents, engineering set out, government, legalisation work, road taking and that sort of thing. And I did that for, sort of 10 years, and my health wasn't too flash. I couldn't I can't walk long distances and things, so the opportunity came up to sort of do some tutoring. So I went over to Bay of Plenty first. I did a 1-year stint over there, and then I've just come to Wintec and been there. So, you know, I've just moved and worked around, done a variety of stuff, worked on all sorts of different little projects and things, sort of big projects I worked on, you know, just for as a contractor or that. So I worked on the Spring Hill prison. I spent 2 years there building that, you know, with doing the survey side of that. And Mangatawhiri Road deviation, I did some work on that, and a few subdivisions and that for civil, you know, did the civil sort of set out and the cadastral work on those. And yeah, and then I did a in the mines, back in the mines, I spent a bit of time on a UCG plant where it's underground coal gas, where they do put boreholes down into the coal seam, like 20 meters apart, I suppose, and then they frack sort of between the two boreholes to create a tunnel between the two boreholes, and then they set fire to the coal underground and take off the gas. And yeah, it was just experimental. And then, well, Coal Corp spent too much of the government's money, so they stopped funding them. So that ended. And yeah, that was just before I went tutoring. So yeah, I've just sort of gained a lot of different skills over a variety of jobs, really. So mostly I've been based in Ngaruahia for the last well, since 1980, so 37 years around this area, and just worked all around. Oh yeah. I almost had a job with them. I made there's a guy in Auckland who used to do all their surveying, and I'll get to that question. Used to do all their surveying for Hick Brothers, and they did a lot of work on the wind farm out here at Raglan. And yeah, they were going to get someone. They wanted someone there, but it didn't. I don't know. It didn't pan out. But yeah, he does a lot of their work. Degree is important later in a career. It depends on the situation. I think the current thinking on careers and learning and stuff like that is all about lifelong learning. So, you know, whatever your career path is, it's always helpful to be those to have those qualifications. They just open more doors. But I think the trick is with doing degrees later on in your career is to get someone else to pay for it. Definitely, I wouldn't I wouldn't want to be paying for it myself. That's what and I think that's the key. So the degree, in my view, the degree is just sort of like it's the theory. It doesn't necessarily make you work ready. It's your experience that will it's your experience that gets, is what people are after. But certainly and it can depend on what you do with your degree. So, you know, if you want to take your degree further, I sometimes wonder whether you know, like if you're in engineering, whether you go for your master's, or, you know, that's down that track, or you actually go and say do an MBA, or, you know, some other, or some sort of management degree or something, depending on what you you know, depending on where you are at the time and what happens. But as I say, I think the key is to get someone else to be paying for it. Don't funding it yourself. Pretty hard way to do it. But if it's like we have a lot of guys, I see a lot of guys where I am, and they're like, for instance, we might get a lot of builders or something like that, that have maybe got a bad back or been injured or something like that. So they might come in and do a, you know, they'll do a course, maybe a diploma in quantity surveying or architectural technician or something like that. So they bring a lot of experience with them, and then they get these skills, and it enables them to sort of mesh everything together and that sort of thing. And you know, it seems to work for them. But I mean, there are guys out there that are in quite high, you know, in good jobs that don't have you know, qualifications to back them up, but they seem to be able to move forward. Although there is some limitations, I think. Even where I am now, I mean, most of the guys that they're employing as tutors and that have all got PhDs, and yeah, I don't tell anyone that I've got a bachelor. I don't shout out too much about my Bachelor of Science in surveying, but yeah, it's interesting. For me, I think the key experience is certainly the best learner and best thing in lifelong learning. So I continually try to teach myself new things. So I'm pretty much self-taught in AutoCAD, and well, I sort of get by on that. And then another one we use is 12D. I don't know if you've used that, which is sort of like a civil engineering modeling software based in Australia. And I'm sort of coming to terms with that. It has various modules like surveying, stormwater, wastewater, and so I've sort of used the surveying one. But it's all about just keep being inquisitive about what you're doing and looking for the next thing, and not being just looking ahead. So sometimes the learning that you do just might be self-directed without any particular thing. Like the big thing that's coming in surveying now, which is I'll be struggling with that one mostly from a funding point of view, from where I'm at, is you know, the use of drones and that sort of thing for scanning and collecting data and stuff like that. So less guys going out in the field just scanning stuff, and heading on out there and collecting all the data that way. So where are you thinking of are you well, we teach down here in the you hear all sorts. It depends who you talk to, but we teach down here in the we have the Bachelor of Engineering Technology. So I take it you're doing a Bachelor of Engineering, which is a 4-year bachelor's. So we have our Bachelor of Engineering Technology, which is a 3-year bachelor, which is basically guys in the technician space. And if they want to go on and do the BE, oh yeah, the honours, yeah. So is that a 5-year? Is it 5-year? That would be 5 years. So if they want to go on and do your BE one, the 4-year one, I think they have to do another 18 months rather than a year. So you can progress through the industry, I guess. Yeah, well, our guy, and we, as far as I know, most of the guys I talk to don't have a problem getting a job around here. And that's, we have locals and internationals, and most of them don't seem to have too much problem getting a job. Sometimes they've got sometimes the job they take or the job they get is not necessarily their dream job, but it's a job, and it builds experience. So I find some guys will go into a job and they might stay there for a little while, and then they move on to a better job in this job. So yeah, if you're in your 3rd year now, I'd certainly start talking to people, having a look around. Just yeah, that's sort of what I find our guys do. Send out their CVs. A lot of them try to manipulate their timetable so they have 1 day off a week, so they can go and do a little bit of work with firms, and they get it into industry. So yeah, I think the key is to get your foot in the door, and then work from there and gain experience. Gain all experience is good experience. It might seem bad at the time, but it's good experience. So yeah, there's a lot, and there's a lot of variety around. Yeah, and keep, like, if you're doing a little bit with Hick Brothers, yeah, just keep the contacts open. Keep looking for openings, opportunities, things like that. Yeah. So yeah, I would yeah, start looking, start networking. Are you do you have like a student iPens thing? Like we have a student group that I think they're affiliated with iPens, which is for those who are not Kiwis, is our engineering Institute of Professional Engineers New Zealand. Okay. Oh well, yeah, I'd go. What's the sorry, I don't get the PM. What's the okay. Yeah, I mean, just getting your name out there. We have a few little I don't understand what PM is, sorry. We have a little oh right, yeah. Oh well, yeah, just keep in touch, let them know you're around, maybe. Just tell them you're still keen or something. Yeah. Yeah, we have a few of our we have one event down here. They call it, I think it's, I don't know. It's I think they call it speed dating or something. And they go and yeah, all the students go, and we have all the local engineers and things come in, and they have like a 5-minute sort of interview sort of thing and stuff like that. So they have a little they have a few you know, opportunities to catch up with the students and vice versa, and just get your name out there, and so people know who you are, make a few contacts, you know, like you might go in and see them, it's like a familiar face. Oh, you're the guy from such and such or whatever. And yeah, we've got one or two students who yeah, didn't come out the other end. Sort of upset the wrong people, but that's another story. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what you got to do. But yeah, it's all about networking and getting experience. So yeah, the Hick brothers on the client side, I gather they have some engineers on board. I'm not too familiar with their company, but I thought they're mostly a large. Yeah, no problem. And yeah, I'm quite happy to work with surveying stuff. I don't know about the structural problems, so yeah, I might have to suggest someone else for those. I always yeah, setting out buildings for structural steel is always very worrying. I'd drive past every day. I've still got one I can see out my office window, actually, that I set out. And yeah, I still check it every day to make sure it's still standing up. It seems to have stood the test of time. So I must have got a few things in the right place. Yeah. Now, that's all good. I hope things go well for you. Let us know how you go. Yeah. Who we got? That was there we got. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, just on a yeah, no, I wouldn't put him under any pressure, but just say, hey, yeah, just tell him, 53 minutes WT. Yep. Yeah, no, we'll go for another 7 or so. Have you got anything? Yeah. Sorry, we got into a bit of civil engineering there. I hope it wasn't too far off your topic. I know you got your lawnmower sorted. Yeah, I'd just give them a call and just say, hey, I'm still interested in that work, for next year or whatever, and maybe just on a friendly sort of way. Oh, thanks, WT. Also, yeah, just in a friendly sort of way. Just don't put them under any pressure. Maybe I always try to just give them a ring and talk to them rather than leave a message or an email or something like that. But whatever, just you got to sort of assess the situation yourself and just say, yeah, just let him know you're still interested. Bring your name to the front of his mind. Or you might have an excuse to ring him up or something, ask him a question about your study or something. Yeah. Yeah, it's always a tricky one. there. But yeah, no, I think they sometimes appreciate it. Yeah, no, that's all good. Yeah. Sometimes surveyors' answers are a bit different to engineers' answers, so just be aware of that. Yeah. Oh, thanks, WT. So you'll change the motor over tomorrow and give it a bit of a try out on the lawn, will you? You can come and do a bit of mine if you like. Yeah. What do you reckon about those self-propelled mowers? I see a lot. Some of the lawn mowing contractors have them. I wonder they like the grass that I've got here. Oh, okay. Oh, you got plenty of time to fix the lawnmower then. It's as green as over here. Really, yeah. Like I went out and did a bit of mowing today, and I just mowed as much as I could till I got you know, started to puff a bit, and I went inside and then did some work and then went back outside again and did a bit more mowing. And yeah, you could noticeably see, you know, that it had dried out in the bits that I'd mowed, and it was, yeah, really wet and green on the yeah, on the new stuff. You know, like not wet from sort of rain, but okay. And with the self-propelled ones, are you just steering them, or you don't? It's not as much. You don't have to push them as much. Like certainly with the grass that I've got here, with the well, it's got a lot of paspalum, or you know, very thick weeds basically. So it's yeah, it takes quite a solid sort of mat, really. I was just wondering whether the self-propelled one might be a little bit easier. You've got it in some, like in some part, if you let the lawn go for a while, you know, it's quite hard to push. And then in some parts of the lawn where it's that sort of stuff there, I yeah, really got to push hard. Ah. Oh well, might have to keep an eye out for one. Is there any particular one, any brand that's I should avoid? All right, yeah, yeah. So higher horsepower, yeah. They do. They tend to be a bit more expensive too, I've found. But you know, I was just maybe looking at some of the second-hand ones. I was just like the domestic size one. Would it be a 20-inch or something? Was it? I'm not sure. 20, 23-inch, not those big sort of ones. Yeah, no, you keep saying that. Yeah, no, that it certainly, if when it gets to a certain height, it's not mulching as such. It's just it leaves a lot of clippings, and they wet and they come inside the house. But just how it is at the moment, and it's only a week's growth. Yeah, it does sort of mulch in and leaves quite a reasonable thing. But I noticed that I'm getting quite a bit of yeah. No, that's all good. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and yeah, let us know how you go. That was great, and yeah, okay, yeah. No, that's good. We'll see you. Good to catch up with you. And yeah, any questions? I'll give them a crack anyway. I'll let you know if I can't. All good. The Toro 20-inch. I have seen those. Oh yeah. I think I've seen one of those, and yeah, they got yeah. Are they all right? Reasonable brand, or most of the ones I've seen in the shops here are the Rover ones, but I have seen the Toro one. I think I saw one of those at one of the farming places. But it was there for a while. I think it ended up on special. Alrighty. I think I'm up for an hour now, so I might start to wind up. Should be getting near your bedtime, WT. Or you like me and you don't sleep. What time is it here? 1:10. So it's getting on for 11. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Oh, okay. The Toro. Oh, okay. And then what about, is there no local ones? 11:10. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, I might wind it up and then go and answer all your questions. This latest one's yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of work, but I think you should be able to narrow it down. Certainly from oh, okay. Yeah, those self-propelled ones are certainly expensive. I'll just have to get out and push the mulcher around more often. Yeah. Oh, is that what are the Rovers using Honda motors? Is that what you're sort of getting at? I'm not sure on that. And I see you've changed your logo again. The green and gold. Green and gold of Australia. Gold. Notice I said gold, not yellow. I think that's from the yeah. I yeah. I like the mulcher because it leaves a reasonably tidy result without too much thing. Yeah, I never know who's going to turn up. It's all good. Yeah. Well, I think I'll wind it up unless there's something. Is there anything in particular? And there's nothing pressing for you at this stage, and I'll get me an hour and then get it all sorted. Yeah, been an interesting conversation. Okay. Yeah. Oh, right. Use the side one for if it gets away a bit bigger and things. Yeah. That's all good. Alrighty. You could have you could come in and join the hangout. Could have come in. Are you happy just with the chat, or you? I mean, I was quite happy for if you wanted to do that. I wondered last week when we were just the two of us talking away why it might have been easier. But any thoughts on that? I'll see what you say. That's quite what the lag is here, but yeah. Otherwise, we'll wind it up. So I'll just I don't know. Have you got something coming? Alrighty. No, because they can still no, not really. They could join too. I don't have a problem with that, but no, because they still well, yeah. The only problem with it is that you can't see the chat, and I'm having some I'm thinking about that as to how I might be able to do that, but yeah. Good news though. Good news. Outside my house, when I was mowing the lawn outside my house, there's a lot of purple lines and things on the lawn and the paths and that, which indicates that someone's been out detecting where all the telecom lines and power lines and things are. Yeah, but if you're in the Hangout, you can't see the. When you're in the Hangout, you can't see the chat. You can see the chat through YouTube, but not if you're, that one that you were in the Hangout. Well, that was my understanding. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing. That's how I get the chat. So I just pop the chat out and put it in front of me and on the Hangout screen. So it's just up in there. Yeah. So that means that the fibre optics getting closer and they're over our side. So I may well have fibre soon. So that may mean that I can live stream using the OBS software, which gives me a lot more flexibility. So might not be too far away. A couple of months. See how it goes. All righty, I'll wind her up there. That's great, and thanks so much for your support and what have you with and your answering the questions and things like that. It's really great, and I see you out there promoting my channel too, on some of the other sites. So every now and again, yes, interesting. Yeah, that over here they're talking big about the this 5G mobile now, which they think I think it's possibly inevitable that we will go to some sort of digital forum and that prices, will come down. But yeah, fun times. Okay, I'll stop there. Sounds like a good place. All good. Have a good day tomorrow.